Hello. I am continuing to read from my book, Waiting for the Morning, from 31 years ago when I was my mother's caregiver, the journal that I kept. I'm going to go back to, I tried the other day, but we had technical difficulties and went live before I intended to. So I was scrambling around trying to turn the TV volume down. So I'm going to delete that one. And I have more time today. I'm working tonight. I have to work tonight, so I'm going in late today. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to start again with chapter 5. Let me get my reading glasses. Chapter 5. No, it's chapter 9. See, I couldn't see what chapter it was without the reading glasses. Solemn Summer. And it starts out with the poem, Suspicious Eyes. You look at me with suspicious eyes, full of mistrust and anger. You think I'm here to take away your home, to steal your money, to mistreat you. You see me as different people, all out to get you. You think I'm responsible for this cage you are in, this prison of confusion called Alzheimer's. You don't know I'm doing my best for you. You don't even know I'm your daughter. You stare at me from behind suspicious eyes, full of fear, grief, confusion. You stare at me, pleading for release from this prison. I reach out to you, not knowing whether you will hug me or hit me. And there is a picture of my mother when I was her caregiver. I hope in the new version that I'm going to try, the new edition, I'm going to try to get published by the end of the year. I'm hoping I will have color, can find all the color pictures to replace these old black and whites. Back when I published it in 2001, iUniverse didn't do color illustrations. It had to be all black and white. But now that I'm doing with KDP and Ingram Spark, KDP for paperbacks and ebooks, and then Ingram Spark for hardbacks, I should be able to get, I know I will, because I'm doing it in children's books now, all the pictures in color. It's going to be better, a lot better. Okay. Sunday, June the 4th, 1995. We had a wonderful week except for one night when things got pretty bad, and I called my sister to try to calm and try to calm my mother down and see if she could get her back to bed. My mother got up hysterical, talking about someone, my brother, her brother, something about someone's brother going to kill someone. She was demanding that I call someone about it. That was about 10 p.m. My sister and I sat with her for about 2 hours trying to convince her that nothing was wrong and that she should quit worrying and go back to bed. Tonight she got up wanting food and is angry with me for not cooking something. She feels she hasn't had a meal all day and that I'm making her go hungry. It is midnight. I gave her ice cream, but that hasn't satisfied her. I made the mistake of getting her to put her dentures in. Pretty dumb since they weren't necessary for eating ice cream. And now I don't think I'll be able to get them out again. She was shaking so with anger when she was putting them in, and I was afraid she would drop and break them. We had such a good day today. We ate at my sister's, and then when my mother fell asleep in her chair there, I came home to clean house and do some garden work. I saw them from the garden, sitting under the trees on the hill watching me. My mother seemed content and happy. I could imagine my sister was telling, and there's a typo I need to circle in this book because I need to correct her. I was telling her how hard I was working making the flowers in the garden spot pretty for her to enjoy. Tonight, though, I'm afraid my mother wants to get rid of me. Monday, June 5th, 1995. I've just turned down an opening for my mother at the nursing home in town, where my sister has had her on a waiting list even before I came home, I think. They had a bed that needed to be filled today. My sister didn't pressure me, and when I said no, she said she thought that was what I would say. I don't know if that was a mistake, but for right now, I think it was the right thing to do. Things have been getting some better, and we've had some really good days, even some better nights lately, too. Lately, we were up only a few minutes longer last night. I left my mother alone and wrote in my journal, sitting in the next room. When I came back to check on her, she was cooperative. She had gotten up to walk to the kitchen, and I followed her. She was distressed by being left here by her mother or by Myrtle, my sister, who often in her mind is her sister-in-law, as last night, or perhaps even her mother. She let me help her get her dentures out, and then she went back to bed and slept a couple of hours. At 2 a.m., she was up before me, before I realized it, on the other side of my bed, shaking me to awaken me. According to what she was saying, it sounded like she'd already been to the other side of the house. She uh, was telling me about people being in there. I turned on the lights to show her there was no one, and she pointed to the few dishes we had used before bedtime. A couple of glasses, the cups we used for our chamomile tea, and the bowl she had had her ice cream in that at midnight. She said those people had used those and left dirty dishes in the sink. She started complaining about things being messed up and needing to be cleaned up. Except for the few dishes in the area where I sit on the staircase in the next room, the house was spotless because I just cleaned it that day. Then she started talking about that boy who she said was in bed with me. So I took her back to the bedroom and showed her there was no one there. I may be crazy, but I can't let her go yet. My life is too wrapped up in caring for her and doing all I can to make life a little more comfortable and cheerful for her. How can I let her go when she is my life? Uh, I'm going to read one more because this is a busy weekend next week. So I'm going to read one more entry for Wednesday, June 14th, 1995. I haven't written in here in a week and a half because I haven't felt the need to so much. My mother has her moments of extreme confusion, times of seeming stubbornness when I almost regret my decision about the nursing home. But things have been so much better. There have been no long nights of sitting up with her. The closest we've been to that lately was last night when she couldn't go back to sleep when we first went to bed, so we got up for another hour of TV and chamomile tea. She is so much calmer lately, even if she does have a bit of a catastrophic reaction in the night in response to a dream or hallucination. She's usually back in bed for just a few minutes. She's usually back in bed just a few minutes later, as she was last night, carrying her leg wrap, the baby, she said, as she called it, with her. She had been angry because she thought I was mistreating the babies. She said that as she pointed to the bed covers. This is something that occurs pretty often. She thinks I am mistreating babies, children, or old people that she thinks are here in the house with us. Last night was one of the I'm going to tell Myrtle nights, meaning that she was going to tell my sister that she didn't want me here with her anymore. I'm getting used to that though. And I'm going to stop for right there because it looks like we skipped over to June the 23rd, I guess. It was a little bit calmer there, so I didn't write as much. And that should get us caught up. until after my events of the next week. But I need to comment on things as I'm reading them, I guess, because my sister Myrtle was named after her sister Myrtle. So really, looking back now, I don't know if she might have been talking about her sister, you know. Uh, my when my sister, she had called Myrtle Lee, using her middle name as well. So, and actually, my aunt, instead of calling her Myrtle, everybody had called her Mert. She was Aunt Mert. Anyway, um, this is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. So I'm in my purple, all my purple earrings, necklace, all my jewelry. I gotta go now. I gotta answer a phone call from work. Hello? 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 I guess they got it at work. Yeah, we do have people there today, so I guess somebody got it. I will ask Mary in a few minutes. Okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and tell you all. This Saturday, I will be for doing my Do What You Love to end Alzheimer's. For Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, I'm going to be at Java J's Cafe Coffee Shop, where a lot of us older folks hang out. I only do when I'm working late, but I'm not this morning because I got to catch up on this. And when I'm going in late to work late. This is my second night working in a row, but actually, I haven't been able to do this on the weekends because I have a friend who comes over a lot. So this is good. This is good to get caught up on it today. And then next Monday at the library where I work at Calhoun Community College, we're having our Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Day event, and we have two speakers. One will be speaking on Alzheimer's. We usually have two health topics. So the other one will be speaking on cancer, which also is relevant to me because my mother had Alzheimer's. My dad passed away from cancer. And also, I wanted to read another book to you, but I will, and maybe I'll come back in a minute and do the one about my brother-in-law. Okay, gonna end stream, and I keep forgetting I don't have the mouse plugged in. Okay, be back later for reading more. Will be a while though.